Hello and welcome to Reviews. Um, I know you probably hear the crickets outside. It's hard to believe, but we just had some storms come through here. And as soon as it stopped raining, then the crickets started up. But we're supposed to have another storm come through here in the next 20 minutes or so. And so I want to try and get this out quickly because my lights were kind of flashing and um, I'm worried I might lose power. I don't usually, but just in case I want to get this done. So I'm not trying to do this in the dark and upload from my data plan. But anyway, I picked up the latest issue of Avengers today, issue number 7. And this one deals with the origin of the very first Ghost Rider. Now, they say in photography to never take a picture of someone dead on, coming toward you like this, because you lose sense of motion and it becomes a static image. With comics, at least, like this, you get the speed lines, you get the flame showing the effect as it goes toward the rear of the beast, or the mastodon here, or whatever, woolly mammoth, and so yeah, this cover is actually kind of cool. It's a striking cover. And I don't really care about Avengers 1 million BC, but this is a cool cover. But instead of these characters, the ones we want to read about, nope, they're still trying to make Avengers 1 million a thing. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be Jason Aaron's focus. He's going to keep coming back to them, and I don't care. I keep using that phrase a lot with this book, but I'm just not interested in the Avengers 1 million, so. Anyway, let's look into this. We open up Earth 1 million BC. I was born into a small pack of cave folk, struggling to survive on the edge of the big white. It'd be a long time before I'd have a name. In my pack, there were no such thing as names. We recognized each other by our faces or smells. So basically, this is an early caveman, cave boy actually, who just happens to be smarter than everyone else. Kind of the next step up. I was different, and different was frightening to my people. Different would get you cast out, left in the snow to starve. Okay, so up here it's great white. Over here it's snow, but back over on the other page here it's a stranger from across the big white. No one from my pack had ever dared to even enter the big white. Okay, so we're not being consistent of a snow or big white. Okay, fine, stylistic choice. But I'm calling bullshit on this. So, unless maybe it does thaw out and he's not talking about that, maybe it takes several years, like Game of Thrones, summer for a few years and winter for a few years. But yeah, I'm calling bull on this because he's obviously wearing leather and fur, but he says that no one ever ventures into the big white. In fact, that's not even cross. He says even enter the big white. So this is pre-agriculture humanity. Obviously, you're not growing anything in the cave, maybe some mushrooms. Where's the leather coming from? What are you eating? Are you just waiting for animals to take refuge in the cave? Yeah, I'm already calling bull, and I'm on page 2. So anyway, the stranger comes into the cave, brandishing weapons the likes he's never seen before, and then he goes and kills the leader of the clan. And he says, instead, I was the only one smart enough to be truly afraid. Yeah, excuse me, I'm pretty sure that other people were afraid. Maybe not truly afraid, but when you see someone come in, brandishing weapons that they've never seen before, kill your leader, and then take over the clan. Yeah, I'm sure there's fear in there. Stop being so mopey and whiny. So the stranger talks to the boy. You've never met anyone else like you, have you? It's okay. You can speak freely. I won't let them hurt you if they hear. I don't know. There were others who can make sounds. Okay. So apparently this boy just invented language. A language that this guy already spoke. Okay, yeah, he said they spoke in grunts and growls, the other people in his tribe. But still, he's speaking English. He's using, oh, okay, whatever version of whatever language it was using that. He's just translating the English for the book for us. Um, but still, he's obviously speaking a language with syntax that the stranger guy just happens to be able to understand. Um, yeah, you're losing me, Jason Aaron. This actually would be more interesting if the stranger was speaking like something else and the boy was trying to make noise. Like he could make sounds like words, but not having this perfect conversation with each other. It would actually make this a little bit more scary, to be honest. Um, but yeah, stupid. So yeah, he talks about since they're different, the other clans people, that the only way they can help them to make them stronger, it's all they're there for, is by dying. And what does he mean by this? There's always something bigger, something hungry. When I saw this and saw the white fur, I'm going to spoil this. When I first saw this, I knew it's the Wendigo. That's where they're going with this. So, the stranger eats everyone else in the clan, leaving only the boy. So the boy grabs weapons, tries to attack, and the monster just keeps getting bigger. Enough that he can hold the boy in one hand. Look at you. You're a ghost now, boy. A thing that doesn't even know it's dead. Ghost. That's what I name you. Wait a minute. Just a few pages ago it said it'd be a long time before you'd have a name. And here it is, a couple pages later. Wow, that wasn't very long at all. I guess before the wristwatch was invented, passage of time was just, hard to keep track of. A couple hours seemed like a long time. So anyway, if you want to know my name, come and find me, if you can. And just like that, he was gone, and I was more alone than ever. And the world outside my cave was suddenly more dangerous than I'd ever imagined. Nobody ventures out of your cave, you said, into the great white. How is it more dangerous than you could have imagined? You just watched this guy turn into a creature, slaughter everything. Why did the Wendigo even leave this kid alive? Whatever. It had to give him a purpose. And, maybe he was just bored and wanted to toy with this boy. So the boy is trudging across the snow, and if he could survive the big white, then so could I told myself. Or maybe I was just looking for an easy way to die. Either way, I didn't find what I was looking for. Instead, something found me. I'm from Michigan. I saw this and just laughed because, yeah, snakes, they don't like snow. But anyway, this is not a real snake because it's talking, but a snake in a stove just really made me laugh. If you wish to die, I could send you on your way, but I'd much rather help you live. Again, why did he choose the form of a snake? In whatever. Snakes can't talk. That's the smartest thing this kid said. I now believe he's smart. So anyway, the snake, in true biblical fashion, is offering a deal. Pain, punishment, vengeance. You might say those are my specialties. No, I'm not doing the list. So the snake wraps itself around him, promising to keep him warm. Would you like to be warm again? It's so very cold out here, isn't it? But don't worry, my sweet ghost. I can make it so you're never cold again. So it turns out, just had to say the snake's name, which is Mephisto. And with that, Ghost becomes Ghost Rider. And the woolly mammoth comes up, and as we see, that will be his first ride. And we have these inserts here for the Spider-Gen thing. Oh, look, the costume from the PS4 game is going to be in the book, it looks like. And yeah, I don't care. Don't like Spider-Gwen. The Superior Octopus. I liked the superior Spider-Man. So I'm gonna probably pick this up. Although I kind of hate this costume. I just wish they'd done. I don't know. It's not very good looking. And yeah, this comes out in less than 48 hours. Be able to download it here soon. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, just all this Spider-Man stuff. Oh, look, McFarlane eyes. Anyway, I'm easily distracted here, so yeah, I'm going to skip a couple pages because of the ads, because it says 5 years later, and we see the stranger walking, across the field, sniffing the air. About time, boy. And we see the boy is now a full-grown man. I mean, just really beefy, riding a flaming mammoth. And he picks him up with the mammoth's trunk, and they talk about being monsters. He says, the stranger says, I'm not a monster, just a man who does what it takes to survive. You want my name, Ryder? I'll tell you my name. It's the last thing you'll ever hear. And called it, yeah, it's the Wendigo. And so yeah, then we have Mammoth Wendigo fight. Punching the Ghost Rider. Now, he's only been Ghost Rider for about 5 years now. And actually he's all bulked up and don't really know what he's been doing. It says, he's been fighting other things, but the Wendigo has a good point here. You call me a monster because I feed on man flesh. I've known some girls like that. But I've seen the truth in you, Ryder. You feed on souls. Who's really the bigger monster? We both are, but there's only room in the world for one of us. You really think that we're the only monsters in the world? You're more of a fool than I thought, boy. So yeah, it comes to a fist fight. And, oh hey, check this out. Fantastic Four, number 3. God, I'm easily distracted. I like Fantastic Four, and I'm looking forward to this. And, oh, hey, that's something you'll see. They put a little hint of a nipple on there. Yeah, you remember, like, in the 80s and 90s, they do that all the time? And, yeah, they don't do that anymore because of sexism or something, but, yeah, I'm calling it now. If this is the cover, that will be edited. I'm calling it now. So we make it back to the Wendigo's lair, and the Ghost Rider sees all the bodies. How many have you eaten? Not enough. It's never enough. The more I eat, the stronger I grow, the longer I live. Now, in case you're not familiar, the Wendigo is based on old myth about basically cannibalism. If you eat a person, you will turn into this monstrous northern creature. So apparently, we're in Canada. So then we have Ghost Rider threatening, with all his victims. Now it's their turn to feed. Where do you get the little skulls? Where do you get these little human skulls? Ghost, what have you been doing? Are those baby skulls? You are a monster. So he wraps the Wendigo up in his spine chain and, tries to use his powers to set him ablaze, whatever version of Panastera or whatever. And as long as there is hunger, there will be the Wendigo. The Wendigo is the strongest one. He gets interrupted. But yeah, the Wendigo is a curse. I guess you can say this being the Ghost Rider is a curse, but it's more of a deal with the devil. So I'm not sure which one's stronger. But then the mammoth impales the Wendigo. I don't know why this made me laugh. And because you see it in here, and he's just way, way in the tusk there. So the Wendigo breaks the tusk off of the mammoth and then pushes the mammoth to the edge of a convenient cliff and pushes him off. I'll survive this, Ghost. No. Will you? No. Alone. Always alone. No matter how much I burn, I will never. Then he hears voices inside his head. You're not alone. And not all of us are monsters like the Wendigo. And yep, here it is. It's the Phoenix with Odin. And even Odin makes a comment. He's a bit bony, haha. I say we should have gone with the hairy one. And she just kind of ignores him. Apparently the Phoenix likes redheads. So basically they're assembling the Avengers 1 million. I'd be more interested in the Lady Phoenix's story, but... And, yeah. We've got a world to save. And then that's it. Avengers number 8. In the aftermath of the world-shaking battle, new Avengers team is officially formed, complete with a startling new headquarters at the top of the world. Behold the wonders of Avengers Mountain. And yeah, it's like said in the last video, are they living inside the Celestial? But, yeah, this is, it's not bad. It's interesting. It's an interesting take on the whole Ghost Rider mythos. And, as I said, I don't care about Avengers 1 million, but this was kind of neat. The idea was neat. Oh, can you hear that? The rain just started up again. So I don't know how much longer I'll have here, so I should wrap this up. Yeah, it's an interesting premise, and yeah, you can go say this is, legend, things didn't happen this way, whatever, but we have to just count on this being a reliable narrator, and this is how events were perceived. And I'm getting a little meta with storytelling here, so yeah, this is actually kind of a filler issue, is what it felt like before the next round. And yeah, if you're going to do this, give the Avengers 1 million their own book. This is just kind of a little bump in the road of the rest of the story, but it wasn't bad. I've been saying that a lot with a lot of Marvel books. It's not bad. The Wendigo, I'll be honest, I never would have thought the Wendigo was the main villain in this. But yeah, when I saw this, I knew immediately what it had to be, given all the snow and everything. So yeah, it's the equivalent of a fill-in issue. So easily skippable. I would recommend skipping this if you're thinking about it, because you're not really learning a lot. We already knew that the Ghost Rider got his powers from a deal with Mephisto, and it's just the same thing. He's just riding a flamey, woolly madness, which is cooler than it has a right to be, I'll be honest. So, and anyway, the rain's really starting to come down here, so I'm going to end this, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.